The fact that this is like tailored to me, my type of music, fully for what I am, like for what I represent, for my situation, my living situation. Like, I mean, everything was tailored exactly to me. So that was really helpful. It was, yeah, a couple of months or so. I don't remember exactly, but
Yeah.
yeah, since then I got like a release on Subsidia. I have an EP coming up, Drama Club Records, Boogie T's label, doing some collabs with artists that I really admire. Got downloads from Herobus, from Excision, from Zippy, from I have a release with Cyclops coming up, so I'm pretty excited about that.
It worked
Yeah,
out.
it did. Yeah, yeah. I
Hey.
wanted to say, I wanted to let you know because you actually were the one that gave me that idea.
In terms of like pitching out to labels and managers and everything, you helped me out a ton. Like you got me my first, you helped get me my first like actual good manager that I got with, and you helped me get down packed on the branding even more. I probably wouldn't even be in the US right now if it wasn't for you, because you helped me reach out to that first manager, and although I'm not with them anymore, everything's kind of like a domino effect where I got brought onto a different manager. That different manager ended up getting me with Corson Agency, come out to the US. So like if we weren't working together, like God knows where I would be. I could still
Hell
be
yeah.
here, of course, but you know, it kind of everything happens in like a
For a
domino
reason.
effect.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason
Exactly.
as well. Yeah. So
Having like maybe like two or like three songs in the past like 6 months, and instead I have like I probably have created like 30 to 45 ideas in the past 6 months.
I think the biggest thing is, I would say, is the confidence. Like before starting, I was like, well, this is probably just a hobby. I'm probably not getting anywhere. Like now I can like seriously look at it from a career perspective. Like I'm getting a kind of a
hell yeah.
background.
Awesome, man. That means the world to
Yeah.
hear that. Yeah.
Remember those two remixes that we had online?
Yep.
One was at like 1 million, one was at 700K. So the one at 700K, they want to sign it.
Like the unofficial one.
Yeah, they actually want to sign it, which is fucking. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Track supported by heaps of bigger DJs. Chainsmokers downloaded a track, like that. If you do it on your own, you're gonna spend potentially like a few years figuring it out. But if you do, the course or get some guidance, it's going to shorten that time. It's like, how much time do you want to wait before you have the know-how to get to where you need to be? But if you're willing to waste a few years trying to figure it out on your own, that's totally fine too.
So it would usually take me like 3 to 4 weeks to finish a song before starting industry set. And now I just know what to do. Let like that flow state take me. I didn't think it was possible to like do that many. And I just continuing, if I finished one, I was like, yeah, I'll just go and do another one.
As someone who has like friends who have gone to like schools to like get better, this is a much more worthwhile like boot camp to take on, especially if you're prepared for something like this. Like if you can dedicate the time and are serious about your progress and getting better, this is something that'll there's no way to not get to where you're going if you're doing this much music and are being critical about it.
Like I had the whole track done in 6 hours.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
it was
awesome,
just-
man. Like most people, for them, that's like unfathomable that they could get it done in like, a day or 8 hours. So like you should be really proud, bro. Especially if before the start, it was taking 8 hours per part of a track. So before it was like 8 hours
Yeah.
per build or drop. But now it's a full song you did in 8 hours. So that's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
I was ready to do the hard work.
But what made me choose Industry Set over continuing Icon was I felt I would get the opportunity to be surgical in my approach of music production.
Right.
It was not so generalist because I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a particular style of bass music. So because I had clarity in my own artist project, I went with Industry Set.
Messed up with Callum about like 2 hours ago. Jack, I want to say your program's incredible. I've learned so much, like night and day difference, just like my mindset, my workflow, I'm so much quicker, sounds a lot better. I've been producing for like 10 years and I was like struggling to like find a sound. And I saw first semester was something called sound identity. You're gonna find your sound. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I've been doing this for like 10 years. I don't. And the music I'm writing now, I'm just so like happy with and so content with. And it really feels like I'm finally finding my stride. And yeah, it just feels so nice to be able to do that.
Another thing that I loved about this was just seeing where my weaknesses were and you being able to point it out and give me advice on how to get away from that. I've grown more in 10 weeks than I have in 10 years of producing.
I've seen a lot of different groups. This was the most progress I've made since starting producing 7 years ago. It just makes me feel like I did something that made me better at my craft, which is, I think, what everybody really wants at the end of the day.
Now we're zooming. Now we're we're completing a track a week if we wanted to, or kind of doing like what you had talked about, which is kind of doing 5 different tracks a week. Just doing the build-ups or drops and stuff like that. So definitely speed is quadrupled to kind of where it was before, for sure.
Through the program, I actually feel like those issues that I had finally got resolved.
Awesome.
After years of troubleshooting and years of being frustrated, I finally am like, cool. Like when I finish a track and I finish the mix, maybe there's like a few tweaks here and there, but it's ready to go.
I guess I would say that I was really on the fence. I kind of debated it for months and finally made a decision to do the program. Regret hesitating, honestly, when I signed up, because I feel like it's really helped me a lot. I guess the results out of it than the money that I put into it at the time. And I definitely think I did get that.
How long was it usually taking to finish a track before?
It depends, at least about a month, I'd say, per track.
Where would you say you're at now in terms of like speed for finishing tracks?
I'm able to like complete the track in less than a week.
It's like a once in a lifetime opportunity to have gone through what I've gone through. And yeah, it was a struggle, it's freaking hard, but at the same time, it paid off. Like it's paid off tremendously. And again, just like super thankful for the program, super thankful to have you as a mentor. And it's just once in a lifetime. Do not, sleep.
Honestly, the most obvious thing was just the push of having somebody like set deadlines and give you like a set amount of like work that needs to be accomplished in a short amount of time. It like forced me to organize my thoughts about like going about writing.
And I never really had that before. I never really had someone kind of in my corner trying to help me with this sort of stuff. So it's good to be held accountable, man. It's definitely put my best foot forward for it.
Thing that actually gets you ahead in any sort of respect is relationships, where there's someone pushing you forward and someone giving you like proper feedback. It's extremely helpful, and I would even say priceless. So that's what I would say. It's definitely worth doing.
The methods and techniques that you taught me with mixing and mastering, that would take me hours on end to find on YouTube and stuff. You've helped me been able to pinpoint my specific weaknesses and what I've been able to work on. And like, it's just, things just started clicking together like Legos. I think in a couple months, this is going to be one of the best production courses in the world. Like, I really believe that, because
without having a mentor, it's just been kind of difficult to really like know where to go. You kind of like second guess every decision you're trying to make, and having your input and be like, no, you should do this. I've gotten so much out of this in ways that I didn't even expect to.
It's very clear you're interested in helping individuals out rather than just making money. I think it was really clear on that, like even on the discovery call, you basically told me we weren't going to move forward until like I did X, Y, Z. And but I liked that. No, seriously, I liked it because it showed to me that you weren't here just to make a quick buck and then
I want to get results.
Right. You want to see results. And I think that's like one of the biggest things that really made me feel comfortable, even on top of that, of moving forward, was you already had the expertise and the knowledge in the industry. And on top of that, it was clear you were more interested in actually helping me out than just trying to make a living off of this. I think that was one of the biggest things that made me just feel comfortable enough to do something like that, because obviously money is usually what it comes down to, and it was definitely worth it.
Do you really want to pursue this as a full-time career? Are you serious about this? Is this everything that you want? Are you ready to make uncomfortable changes to achieve your dream? If so, don't hesitate. Jackson is incredibly knowledgeable, and this opportunity is once in a lifetime, seriously. I'd recommend it to everyone and anyone that really wants to take their career to the next level.
If you come in here ready to work and ready to make a lot of tracks every week, you're going to get way more out of this than someone who's first learning. So I would say that's the point in where you should be at if you're on the fence for this program. And if you're at that point, pull the trigger, bro, because this is gonna up your game faster than anything else out there, hands down.
We had the task of finishing a full track from start to finish, mixed and mastered.
Yeah.
Not only did you do that, but you also do like 5 or 6 different like partially finished tracks as well, or something.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Because how long did it used to take for you to finish a full track from start to finish? Like, we'll retain
A
the
month.
quality. Okay, a
Two
month, yeah.
2 months, and that's like the quality wasn't even there.